Good morning to you on day 2 of my daily December Vlogmas. I'm excited about it. I'm normally not up and out at 8 o'clock in the morning to run anymore because I work from home. But when you're out of coffee and it's freezing and you need coffee, you get up and you drive to town. So that's what I'm doing. Today's more about I've got to get my studio back clean. I've been making stuff for the new shop and it's a mess. So today I've got to clean the studio. Yeah, it's not that big. I mean, really, I live in a yurt, so it won't take me that long, truly, but I'm a perfectionist when it comes to cleaning my space, so it takes a little while, but I'll bring you along for the ride. Trying to figure out which one. This is my favorite. So I guess this one's the one that's coming home with me. Made back really quickly. Now I have to go in and make some coffee. I really need to get up coffee this morning. So, yep. See you soon. Well, I've got my desk cleaned off enough so I can actually sit down and do some stuff. So, I finished that one last night, so now I have 2. And I've started on today's. So, today's little stocking is this is from Vicious Yarn, and it is one of my favorite colors. I absolutely love this color, sort of washing out. Let's see, there we go. There we go. I really, really, really love this color of yellow. It's got golden and speckles and pink and green, and I just thought it was cute to add to this collection. And then I do have some green sparkle that I'm going to do a Christmassy one, and I have some red. I'm trying to organize my scraps so that I can, or not really scraps, but my sock yarn, so I can figure out which ones I want to do. I do have this little ball. This is from White Birch Fiber Arts. I picked it up at Stitches United back in the summer, and it was in mini, and it's pink and gray. I don't know, I might do this. It's gonna stripe, so I don't know how that'll work with this. It'll be mostly pink with it probably will be a pink butt and a gray top. Who knows? I'll try it. It's gonna be fun. I've got a few different colors of these little minis from White Birch Fiber Arts, and then just whatever little. It doesn't take much, so I can use a little bit off of each yarn. And this way, I figured it would be fun just to have a record of what each fiber
each colorway looks like knitted up. And this is pretty much my gauge for socks, even though I am using a smaller needle, which is funny because normally I knit so tight. But this is this is a US size 2, 2.75 millimeter needle, which is what I normally knit my socks on. I just don't normally knit on bamboo. I normally like to knit on either knit picks, circular needles, which I have a few pair of these that I like to keep just to have it for extra socks. But I really, really, really love my Chow Goose. So that's normally what my go-to is my Chow Goose. I got on my sweater last night. I was so excited. I got to, I've moved to the darker gray now. So I've moved to dark gray. So there'll be one stripe of light gray on the sleeves. As I said, I'm improvising it, so I wanted to make sure I had enough to do the sleeves. So I'm going to have, to keep with the sleeve pattern, it'll be the red, light gray, red, and then the dark gray will start. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted it to be darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. But I really, really, really am super excited. I have never knit a cardigan. I have knit never knit a cardigan for myself, I should say. I've knit for my daughters when they were little. But yeah, here you go. Here's a better look at that from yesterday. I just did an improvised raglan. Instead of, I really hate doing make one left and make one right. My go-to increase is knit front and back. So what I did was, if you look on here, you can see there's a center column of 2 stitches. So I knit front and back, knit a stitch, knit another stitch, knit front and back. So knit front and back, knit 2, knit front and back, and that's how I did my raglan increase. There shouldn't be any holes, but it also gives it a really, I like the way it looks. But I just don't like doing make one right, make one left, because I always mix them up, truth be told. I mix them up, they never look right or left, and so I figured the knit one front and back, I just like the way it looks, and I don't forget it. So that's pretty good. See you later. Feeding the crazy barn cats because all the stuff that they hunt seems to have went into hibernation. So they've gotten all the rats out of the barn, so now they're getting fed, but it's hard to feed them because they like to stick their heads right in the bowl as I'm trying to give them food. So yeah, there's food all over the place. But morning feeding for the barn cats, which really don't live in the barn. They sort of like to subsist and live on my porch. Today has been super busy. I've gotten the studio redone or straightened up so I can film. I have filmed an unboxing video for Knit Crate, which will come up on the channel soon, as well as a review for Dyer Supply. So I've been busy this morning. Also, I'm on my 5th cup of coffee. So the early morning coffee run was a absolute necessity. So, but I'm also trying to work on getting some of these finished for some Christmas gifts. This is a pattern that's in my Ravelry store. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. It is a knitted cuff bracelet, little knitted cuff that is self-closing, and then I also have hand stamped a little metal medallion, punched some holes, and it will be stitched onto the cuff. Even though I'm thinking this one's gonna go on this one. Really, really love this yarn. It's a mini that I got in a swap, so I have no clue what it is. It's actually 2 strands held together. There's a gray strand and then this bright, really pretty. Really pretty rainbow colored yarn, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put this Choose Joy on this one. And so yeah, that's what it is. So yes, I'm busy working on Christmas presents. I have a couple more little ornaments. Gotta put some little things to hang it. These are little hats, and thinking I'm gonna get the little acrylic pom-poms, the little I don't know, the little felt pom-pom, little balls, and actually put that on top of that one. But this is some hedgehog fibers scraps that I had gotten in a mini swap, probably through Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted, I think is what I did a few years ago. I wished for some hedgehog minis and got these, and these were the leftovers. I've pretty much used every little scrap of these, so these are done. And so now back to making Christmas presents. See you later. I am going to try to make a holder for all of my progress keepers, because I have a bunch of little progress keepers, and I want to be able to find them easier instead of having to go through and open all these up. So, that's what I'm planning on making. So, that's what I'm videoing right now. I've got some hair ties, hair bows, and some of my painted fabric. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on time lapse. And the belt. This is painted, like cross stitch cloth. Painted this a while back, a couple of years ago. And so that's what I'm using. I also have some of this painted fabric, and that's going to be my inside. But I'm going to put you on time lapse, and I'll let you show you what goes on. Okay, so I have sewn. Now I'm going to flip this. Wasn't supposed to be perfect. I liked playing around with stitches. This is perfect. It doesn't look handmade. And so, here we go. What I'm going to do, fold it in half.
You can choose whichever way you want it. And now, what I'm going to do, I'll show you what it's for. It's a great little way to be able to see, put my stitch markers on it. So now I can keep all my little sets together and have something fun all together. And when I want to use a set, I can find the set. So now, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of a little while, is to organize my stitch markers. I'll let you see them later.
Cooking dinner. Yes. Got some meat going. Some noodles about to go in. So basically, gluten-free hamburger helper from scratch. Really good. And that's what's for dinner tonight. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to end the vlog today. Not much is going to go on the rest of the night, so I hope you all had a great second day of December, and see you tomorrow.